Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I have to say that this is, I think, out of all of our presentations, it is one of the most complicated topics. And my sidekick is not here tonight, our holistic nutritionist, Mary Ellen Vandenbrink. So I'm hoping that I can get this information over to you guys. I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. And some of the terms might come across a little techie, but I really know that when you see the presentation, it's going to give you a better understanding on why it's so important to make sure that your digestive system is in check. And some of you that don't know my story, my name is Nada St. Germain, and I was introduced to this company over 32 years ago. I was working as a police officer in Toronto. I was tired, I was stressed, I had digestive trouble. And because of my digestive system not working 100%, I also developed some other health issues related to my gut. But I did not know at that point that that's why I had all these environmental allergies. And I think once you see this presentation, it's going to make sense. And I just, like I said, when I saw this presentation over 30 years ago, I thought, wow, now I understand why I was having all these challenges with my immune system. So your gut is so important because that's what determines the nutrients that are going to be absorbed and toxins being eliminated. And I have to say that after working on my digestion and strengthening my immune system, I no longer use antihistamines, and I was using them year round for many years. So grateful. I feel better in my 50s than I did in my 20s and 30s. I'm sharing this information with people, and I'm so excited to, just to help you understand, what digestion looks like or what poor digestion looks like. And when you hear the word digestion, sometimes, I ask people, oh, how's your digestive system? They go, oh, it's fine. But then when you talk about heartburn, northern gas, southern gas, diarrhea, constipation, upset stomach, they go, oh yeah, I have that. So these are all the things that determine whether or not you have poor digestion. So when you have some of these things going on, like feeling tired after you eat, do you have irregular bowel movements, less than one bowel movement a day? Do you strain when you have a bowel movement? Have you been on antibiotics in the last year? Have you suffered from yeast infections in the last year? Do you frequently experience bloating after a meal? And that was me, a lot of bloating, a lot of gas, not understanding that I had a faulty digestive system. And factors that impact or impair healthy digestion: poor eating habits, aging, stress, excess alcohol consumption, smoking, illness and disease, use of certain drugs and antibiotics, and even genetics. And why do we have some of these tummy troubles? Well, some of the things that we need to look at is too little hydrochloric acid, so low stomach acidity, overburdened enzyme supply, too little lactase, unbalanced intestinal flora, not enough fiber in the diet. Stress also induces imbalance. Overeating, undigested food feeds bacteria in the colon and causes gas, bloating, and discomfort. And that was me all the time. Okay, so do any of these things kind of resonate with you? Do you know anybody that has some of these challenges? Well, something that's important to know, that the facts are that diet is what you put into your body, but nutrition is what your cells and tissues actually receive. So if you have poor digestion, no matter how healthy you're eating, the nutrients are not getting carried to the cells. Very important. The process by which the foods are broken down into those little, those nutritional building blocks that can be used. So you need to make sure that these nutrients are actually being taken apart and broken apart. Your nutritional status is only as good as your digestion. So your body's ability to break down foods into nutrients, your cells can actually utilize. And if the system is not working and in working order, even the best diet will do you little good. Okay, so here's some stats. According to the World Health Organization, the third most common cause of cancer death is stomach cancer. Okay, 6 out of 10 are diagnosed with stomach cancer each year. are 65 or older. And the lifetime risk of developing stomach cancer is higher in men, so 1 in 96, than women, 1 in 152. And that was a stat back in 2022. More than 20 million Canadians suffer from digestive disorders every year. 1 in 3 people experience some sort of digestive issue throughout the day. 91% of women experience bloating, diarrhea, cramping, or gas at least once a month, and 55% experience these symptoms every week. So let's talk about the stages, because this is really important. So when you look at stage 1, diet, right? What you put into your body. Number 2, digestion, so breaking down the food. 3, absorption. Okay, this is when the nutrients actually pass through the lining of the intestine right into the circulation, into circulatory system. Then the circulation. So the nutrients are now transporting to each and every cell in the body. And then assimilation. This is where the nutrients are actually assimilated into the cell membrane, where the cells are now receiving the nutrients. And 6, elimination, removal of body waste. So if you're kind of weak in any of these areas, you know, your immune system is compromised, your cells are compromised, and you will feel different. Okay, and you won't have optimal health. And this is what's really, really important. So when you first start to chew your food or eat your food, you start to break down the particles with the saliva, and that's where the enzymes are activated, and that's where they start to break down the carbohydrates. Then it goes into the stomach, and that's where there's some more mechanical activity, chemicals and enzymes, and they're converting the food into chyme. And that's when it goes down into the small intestine. And that's where certain enzymes are triggered by the pH levels, and digestion is completed and absorption begins. Okay, so if your stomach doesn't have the hydrochloric acid and your small intestine don't have enough of those enzymes, then guess what? The nutrients are not going to be absorbed. Okay, and so what happens with the leftover, the waste, you know, they're not. If they're not there, then it's kind of scary. This is when things can really start to happen, and waste can be actually stored. And we have miles of intestines, and you do not want these toxins stored in those intestines. That's when trouble can begin. Okay, so optimal health depends on, first of all, food choices, really important. Proper breakdown and absorption of nutrients, good balance of healthy gut flora, that's that good bacteria that we're going to be talking about, and healthy elimination. What do a lot of people do? Do you know the number 1 seller off the shelf in drugstores are antacids? Okay, antacids, beta blockers, and laxatives. Okay, this is what most people are doing to mask the problem. It does not help the condition. Over-the-counter medicine, the market, gastrointestinal medicine, is the 3rd largest mega category, contributing to approximately $4.2 billion in sales annually. Okay, and they're predicting that between 2010 and 2040, the proportion of Canadian seniors is projected to nearly double, suggested that GERD incident, that rate will likely increase sharply rather than stabilize or decrease. And GERD is that acid reflux. We get a lot of people complaining about that. And 16% of the Canadian population of 34 million are 0 to 14 years of age, and an incident rate of 1%. 56,000 Canadian children are projected to be newly diagnosed with GERD each year. A majority of these patients will be younger than 1 year of age. And that's really scary. And we had somebody reach out to us today asking about a little baby that has GERD or acid reflux. So it's kind of scary when it starts happening to our little guys that are being born. Okay, and that is something that is totally preventable. Okay, so masking the problem is not the answer. You want to get to the root cause. What is causing this problem? Okay, so well-balanced diet you have to look at. Fresh fruits and vegetables, legumes, whole grains. A diet needs to be low in fat. preservatives, cured and salted foods, red meat. These are some of the problem foods, okay? Especially if you have indigestion or digestive issues. So let's look at some of the things that you can trust, okay? Why trust Neolife for your digestive health, okay? Now, my mom had digestive trouble over 30 years ago. And later she was diagnosed with fibromyalgia. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. And she tried other products. Nothing worked until she got on the Neolife supplements. Why is that? Well, let me tell you, when you look at our scientific advisory board, they have created a product line of digestive aids to provide complete and balanced support for the entire system. Okay. They are formulated to support natural digestive processes, which is really important. So not like those antacids where they block. Okay. They're providing nutrients that you're putting back into your body that should be there so that your body can do what it needs to do. It addresses the underlying causes of digestive trouble, not the symptoms, and they're safe and gentle. Okay, and that's really important, okay? And they only use the finest ingredients, and they work. So when I started taking the digestive aids, my goodness, I couldn't believe that I could have a piece of steak and not have this sharp pain kind of piercing through my gut, okay? And my mom, she had some bowel issues, and she was able to balance all of that by just putting back in what was missing in her stomach. So let's talk about some of these things that are missing. Hydrochloric acid, the Beta-Gest, that is targeted in the stomach. It's controlled released hydrochloric acid, 100% plant sourced, okay? It helps to break down the protein, the lactose, addresses causes of indigestion, not just the symptoms, maximizes digestive potential and absorption of nutrients. So it'll help the body to absorb the nutrients better. So the stomach is kind of like the first step. Okay, and then it goes down to the intestines. So this is where the enzymes kick in. It's targeted, it's enteric coated. It addresses the causes of intestinal indigestion, again, not just the symptoms. And we have an amazing story with Sandra. And I'm going to have Shelley Sheridan join us tonight. We're going to have a few testimonials spread out throughout the evening, but I would love Shelley to come on and share Sandra's story because it's very, very powerful. Shelley, welcome.
Thanks, Nada. Yeah, Sandra is a wonderful friend of mine. When I met her, she shared with me that she was celiac, which means that she has digestive issues and can't have gluten. And but she wanted to improve her health and really, really wanted those grain oils, but was quite concerned because it includes also the wheat germ. So she wrote a testimonial for me after starting the products. And not only does she use them, but also different members of her family because she's had such wonderful results. So this is what she wrote. My name is Sandra and I have celiac disease. Despite being gluten-free, I was still having a lot of digestive issues such as bloating and pain in my belly. Zantac and Gaviscon and proton pump inhibitors, which stop acid production in the stomach, were a daily must for her to have to ease the discomfort. She had tried many different vitamins over the years to try to get any added nutrients and have added energy, but many of them had no effect or made her feel very lousy. She had previously used a carotenoid complex, which is to boost the immune system and made from vegetables and fruit from Neolife, and was very happy with the results using it, but was still very nervous about using what we call the Formula 4 that Nada will talk about, because it had that wheat germ oil in it made from the wheat. She decided she would give it a try and had absolutely no bad side effects from using it, only good benefits. She started to have more energy. Then she started using the protein shakes, which helped so much with balancing her sugars and energy, as well as settling her stomach if discomfort was building. She now uses the Beta-Gest enzymes that Nada just mentioned, along with the Pro-Vitality and the protein shakes, and she has no bloating issues or pain in her stomach. In fact, She's even able to stop using the proton pump inhibitors, and Zantac and Gaviscon and the PPIs are no longer used in her home, which is so exciting because that's often, you know, the go-to for many people who are celiac. So it was wonderful that these products really helped her with her digestion and her energy.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen a big difference. And she was scared at first because,
Yeah.
Shelley, when you have celiac, I mean, you're avoiding so many foods. And when we shared that we had these oils we're going to be talking about a little bit later, we knew the importance of those to get her cells working.
And she was very, very sensitive to things. So she was really nervous about it, so the fact that she decided to try it and had such wonderful benefits is fabulous.
It is, yeah. Thank you so much, Shelley. And she shared it with all her family, and they're all benefiting now because many of them in her family have celiac as well, right? So yeah, thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Shelley. So another thing that I want to focus on is probiotics. And, did you know that our digestive system has over 500 types of bacteria, both beneficial and potentially harmful? So there's good and bad, and you need to have both. Okay, they need to be balanced properly. And probiotics are a group of naturally occurring good bacteria that protect your health and well-being. This is what really helps to support your immune system. Really important. Okay, and probiotics discourage the growth of disease-causing bad bacteria. And when probiotics are in short supply, the bad bacteria can multiply, causing anything from minor digestive discomfort to more serious problems like gastrointestinal disease. Okay, so when you're looking at probiotics, a foundation for good health, nutrition, so immune response, right? You want to make sure that there's good bacteria to strengthen your immune system. When you don't have enough good bacteria, there's indigestion, infection, and it can cause diarrhea, irritable bowel syndrome, irritable bowel disease, and then that again will cause a very weak immune system. So you need to understand that the benefits of probiotics are to increase your immune function, strengthen immunity, naturally guards against infection by improving innate immunity, promotes a healthy response to foods in infants and children, reducing allergy symptoms, discourages growth of disease-causing bacteria, promotes colon health, reduced risk of colon cancer. Bacterial enzymes detoxify cancer-causing substances, supports healthy colon cells. So many benefits. Probiotic bacteria assist in the body in the production and utilization of important enzymes within the digestive tract. One of the particular is the enzyme called lactase, and which is critical for the digestion of milk sugar. We've had so many people say they couldn't eat ice cream, or they were intolerant to dairy, and they were able to have a little bit and it won't bother them. I even have a friend that's Greek. He could not eat feta cheese his whole life as a child. And then in his 20s, he started taking the beta-addition enzymes, and now he can eat feta cheese. And that made his mom very, very happy. So this just really helps with the body to break down those milk sugars. Oops, sorry. And when lactase is present, so when adequate lactase is present, lactose intolerance, gas, flatulence, and bloating are minimized. So less gas, less bloating, and I like to say less southern gas. So it also helps to aid digestion, helps release nutrients from food, supports efficient metabolism, improves lactose intolerance, inhibits growth of pathogenic bacteria, aids in the absorption of minerals. And this is where, a lot of people, with osteoporosis or osteopenia, it's really important. You can be taking calcium supplements, you can be having a healthy diet, but if you're not absorbing the minerals, right, the calcium's not getting to the bones to strengthen the bones. You want to make sure that you're getting that good bacteria in the gut. It also helps prevent diarrhea and also makes B vitamins, and that's your stress vitamin, okay? Now, the Neolife acidophilus, it's an amazing probiotic. It's whole food derived, concentrated, active cultures, unique intestine targeted probiotic, 5 billion live organisms per capsule, proprietary blend of 5 types of clinically proven probiotics. It has a gel guard protection. It's an enteric coated system that helps to bypass the stomach acid to get to where it needs to get to. This is one thing that's very unique to Neolife. So because that bacteria, if it doesn't have that protection, it gets destroyed in the stomach and it doesn't get to where it needs to get to. Okay, so this will bypass the stomach acid and its target delivered. One of these, one of our probiotic is like consuming 10 containers of yogurt. Okay, you could not eat that in a day. And now I'm going to have Sarina share her daughter's story. Sarina, welcome.
Thanks, Nada. Yeah, this is Jaden here with her doggy. And so when Jaden was in her teens, her later teens, just finishing high school, she was having a lot of digestive issues and a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort, a lot of bloating, and she was constipated. And it was days at a time, sometimes even up to a week. And it was very concerning. She tried changing her diet, thinking that there were certain things in her diet that, were bothering her and causing this to happen. She was in and out of the doctor's office. And it's funny, when I was hearing yourself and Shelley mention all those different over-the-counter, like Gaviscon and Zantac and Tums and Pepto-Bismol and Restalax, stool softener and laxatives. And I'm like, she tried all of those. She was, they were all recommended by, her doctor. And it might have helped for a short period of time, but it was not a long-term solution. And so I had been introduced to Neolife for chronic fatigue and weight gain. And so I said to Nada, I explained to her what was going on with Jaden. And so Jaden started on the probiotic. And within a week's time, she started having more regular bowel movements, which was, she was so thankful, of course. And I was really worried about her, going off to college and university, because she missed a lot of work and she missed a lot of school because of belly aches all the time. And also, too, when you were saying, Nada, about the immune system, around the same time this was going on, Jaden was having inflammation in her joints to the point where she wasn't even able to hold her toothbrush in the morning to brush her teeth or hairbrush. Her hands were swollen when she'd wake up in the morning, her shoulders, her knees, she complained, and it would take an hour or so. And she did go to a specialist. And as a result, what came out was she was suffering with early signs of rheumatoid arthritis. And we now understand that 70% of your immune system is made in your gut. And the digestive issues were having an effect on her immune system, causing joint pain. And so she started on the salmon oil for that. And within a short time, she had no longer had joint pain, and she's couple of years now and still no longer has joint pain. So it's been really amazing. And I'm not sure how much time I have, Nada, but my husband was diagnosed with IBS around all this. I believe Neolife came into my life for a very good reason, because we were all having certain health issues. But he was given a long list of foods he can't eat from the specialist. And to this day, he eats everything. And he's on all of these products. And also, too, probiotic is so important for mental health. And my son with anxiety, your neurotransmitters are made in your gut. So if your gut's not healthy, it can affect your mental health. And he also has had some amazing results with the probiotics. So all amazing. It never leaves the shelf in a house.
I know we were talking about that earlier today, right? How your whole family has benefited on the digestive products, and when you look at the whole family, right? Look like me and my mom, right? I was having all the symptoms that she was having, right? So certain things, it's not that the condition isn't hereditary, but our cells are hereditary, right? We're kind of made up the same way. So it's important to support that. And yeah, that probiotic is, and it's really nice that you've seen that journey with Jaden and going back to where it all started from, right? It all started from her gut, and your immune system is compromised, right? If the gut isn't getting all the nutrients that it needs, especially that good live bacteria. So thank you so much for sharing. Another thing that kind of causes issues is stress, right? Stress can also disrupt the digestive system. Chronic unmanaged stress. So you got to really make sure that you're looking at that, and, you know, work, home, money, nutrition, fitness, rest, and emotional. You got to look at all of these things that can lead to digestive challenges. And this is where our aloe vera comes in. Our aloe vera juice is calming, is fantastic for stress and just helping to calm the body and heal. We say it heals from the moment it touches your lips to the moment it comes out. Okay, and studies have shown that aloe is very effective in helping occasional constipation, immune system. It helps to support normal blood sugar, respiratory support. Again, helps with discomfort from stress, promotes healing, inflammation, reduces the feeling of stress, very calming. And Neolife only used the gel portion of this plant. It has a blend of different herbs for digestion. It's naturally sweetened. It tastes really good. It's almost like a flat ginger ale or like an apple cider kind of drink. It has a little bit of vitamin C, balances the electrolytes. It just helps to promote the metabolic support, especially cardiovascular and the nervous system. The quality, again, they only use the gel fillet portion, which is really important to keep everything intact, and it works. We've had phenomenal testimonies with acid reflux, IBS, and things like that. And now I'm going to have Cyndy come on. She's going to share her journey first, and then she's going to share Amanda's story. We met Amanda at the airport, and boy, she was suffering from acid reflux, and she just came on board. So Cyndy, welcome.
Hi, thank you, Nada. Yeah, my journey is for digestion is IBS. So, and I did suffer with fibromyalgia. Many fibromyalgia sufferers suffer with IBS along with it. And I do think there's a little, like you mentioned, about stress and things like that. And I think there is some emotional tie as well. And one of the vicious circles, the more you worry about your IBS, being in public situation, that kind of brings it on. But yeah, so I was getting great results with my fibromyalgia, and one of the products I was taking was salmon oil, so that helped somewhat. But then it was a little while later I actually decided to try the digestive products that Nada spoke of, especially for me the acidophilus and the enzymes. But I do take the acidophilus enzymes and beta just every day faithfully, and that just gave me back my life, because before that I just dreaded ever having to go into a lineup. I might need a washroom, or being in an exercise class, having some embarrassing, like you said, you talked about gas. Well, that was me, or 1 minute having to run to the washroom, next minute I'd be constipated. So back and forth. But yeah, the digestive products, like I said, I've been on the products for 25 years now, and my IBS is I just don't have any symptoms from it. So, but I'm sure I'm sure that if I went off those products, I would start getting some. So never will I go without those. But yeah, so Amanda, the lovely Amanda, I just want to share her testimonial, and it certainly does tie back to the aloe vera juice for her. She says, the first product I tried was the aloe vera juice. I was at the airport, and it was the NAOSH week. That's their health week that they had in May. And she says, I went down to the event where many vendors were set up, and I looked around. Now, Amanda is a flight attendant, or was a flight attendant. So she says, I, just like my mother, have suffered with acid reflux for years. I had dealt with it in the past by taking hydrochloric acid pills, but stopped for some reason. She said, I'd heard about aloe vera juice for my GERD, but I just could not bring myself to drink it. I had tried a few different ones, but it was hard to find ones that weren't loaded with sugar or flavor or color dyes. Oh, and impossible to find one that actually was tasty enough to drink more than once. Yuck. So what intrigued her to our booth actually was our posting on our cleaning products. She was intrigued by that. But then she says, then I saw their aloe juice and I laughed because at that very moment I was having the worst acid reflux attack. I had just worked all night, was exhausted, no food other than a late dinner the night before and 2 coffees that morning. I was dying. And yet when Cyndy offered me to try it, I immediately said, no, thank you. I was afraid of the taste and having to spit back into the cup with hundreds of people around me. So while I was in uniform, Cyndy informed me that it actually tastes nice. I laughed. Then she explained that how they removed, as Nada had explained, how they remove the aloe plant husk, and it's just the gel that they use, so it was not bitter. So I agreed to try just a tiny bit. I actually loved it. I bought a jug on the spot after having another 2 ounces and took it home. And she, so we had suggested to her she take 1 ounce at a time, maybe a few times a day till she, kind of had healed her. And I remember, she said that she was within 15 minutes after having that 1 sample or the 2 ounces, she was finding she was having relief. And I remember that was a Thursday, and by the Sunday, she said her acid reflux was totally gone. And she also mentions that her husband, Jaden, enjoys the aloe too, but he likes it more as it helps him to sleep. So so that's Amanda's story. Yeah.
Yeah, and she added the probiotic to Cyndy eventually, and now she said she will not go without the digestive products. They've really helped her tremendously.
And she is what is it she does, the hydro when the intestine, and so like she's huge on digestion, right?
Yeah.
That's like a passion for her in her life. Yeah.
Thank you. And then there's elimination. This is so important. And I have to say that sometimes, when you're talking to people and you ask them, oh, do you have regular bowel movements? And a lot of times people will say, oh yeah, I'm fine. Well, one of my dearest friends that I've known for 24 years now, I asked her that question and she said, oh yeah, I'm fine in that department, but she has diverticulitis. And then I said, well, how often do you go to the bathroom? She said, I go once a week. And I just kind of went, once a week? I said, you should be going every day. She'd go, every day? She goes, I don't know. I don't even know what that's like. And she said, my doctor said that's normal for me. And I was like, no, that's not normal for you. Bowel movements should be fluffy floating every day. Sometimes 2-3 times a day is fantastic. So you got to look at elimination. You got to make sure that you're moving, getting rid of those toxins, and sometimes poor food choices, a diet that's low in fiber, constipation, irregularity, and discomfort. So these are some of the problems. And having not enough fiber in the diet could be one of the reasons as well. The average person consumes only half the dietary fiber needed daily for long-term good health. And increased fiber intake with meals can help you feel fuller, lose weight safely and naturally. Boosting fiber promotes regularity naturally without habit-forming drugs. Irregular elimination is important because it reduces the length of the GI tract and exposed to harmful substances. You want to make sure that you reduce that length of time in the GI tract. So you want to make sure you're getting rid of those toxins, getting rid of those things that are kind of hanging around that shouldn't be hanging around. And the Neolife fiber, I love this because I actually bake with it. I put in muffins and pancakes, and if I make oatmeal cookies and treats and things like that, but I don't put a lot of sugar in my cooking, and the fiber has a really kind of a nice nutty flavor. 12 different sources of fiber. I put it in my protein shake, complete and balanced with all forms of soluble and insoluble fibers for those whole food sources, especially rich oat fiber, which is shown in research to help to support your heart, which is really important. It helps with cholesterol. Okay, fiber absorbs the fats and only 1 gram of fat per serving, and no cholesterol, no added salt, corn, wheat, proteins, preservatives, or sulfites. So it's a fabulous product. It's very light and airy. It's not as a coarse like some of the fibers that are out there that are gritty and they don't taste good. If you're really constipated and you've been bunged up for a long, long time, we have a natural herbal laxative that it just helps to get things moving. I have people that will only take it when they're traveling, because you know, sometimes when you travel, it kind of disrupts your whole system. So this is great to have on hand when you're traveling. They're natural herbs to help with gentle cleansing, very calm. It's not non-addictive. It gently eliminates and promotes healthy digestion, reducing gas in the digestive tract. It's great for detoxifying as well. It's part of our detox program. And then garlic. Garlic is also fabulous as well to help with just getting rid of some of that bad bacteria. It helps with cardiovascular health and cancer prevention, reducing cholesterol, blood pressure, great for the immune system as well. And I say it's almost like a natural antibiotic. Okay, it helps with digestion as well, in the gut especially. And the Neolife garlic is target delivered as well. Okay, because it has all you need. It's got the leeks, onions, and chives as well, and it just kind of has all those allium vegetables, I guess we call it. It's part of our detox as well. And if you're looking for a good detox, what I love about the 3-day detox, it's only 3 days. You're not doing like a 60-day or 5-month, or I've talked to people doing these detoxes where they don't eat for days. I'm like, no, I cannot do that. I can't just do liquid. But our 3-day detox, it does help to remove toxins from your body. Great for healthy immunity. It's a great jump start to weight loss. So if you're looking at doing our weight loss program, this 3-day detox is great. And if you don't have weight to lose, it's still great to detox. It helps with premature aging, increases your energy, for headaches and irritability, food cravings, and skin problems. The 3-day detox, when you're done this detox, you feel lighter, you feel cleaner, healthier, just amazing. And this is our kit. Okay, so it helps to eliminate properly. It has the probiotics in there. Again, it's just a great way to reset your digestive tract. Okay, especially before you're going into the weight loss challenge. So removes toxins, okay, because there's toxins in the air and the food and the water that we drink. And if you're taking prescription medication, drinking alcohol, if you're under stress, removing toxins is number 1. Number 2, it helps with immunity. As soon as you get rid of toxins, you're putting in those good probiotics that we talked about earlier to help to strengthen the immune system. It's a great jumpstart before you do our weight loss program. Helps to slow the aging, so premature aging, and energy. So after day 3 and 4, you're just feeling so good. And also all the cravings are gone. Your food choices, it's easier for you to eat clean because you've gotten rid of all those toxins. And this is what the 3-day detox looks like. You also get some herbal tea. You get some shakes that you can do on the third day, but you just eat fruits and vegetables for 2 days. Okay, so we have a little meal plan and we give you some ideas on how to do this 3-day detox. And we've had several people that are on here today. Can I have somebody share how they felt after they've done the 3-day detox? Sarina, how many times have you done the detox? Where did she go off? She went off. Who else has done the 3-day detox? Anybody? Come on, guys.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh, good. Awesome. I know this is one of your favorite things to do. How many times have you done the detox, Sarina?
I've done it twice now.
Okay.
And my goal is to do it after Thanksgiving. I'm waiting till Thanksgiving's over. So yeah, it just definitely makes you feel lighter. And you're right about not having the same cravings after once you get away from it for the 3 days.
Yeah.
You do crave the carbs and sugars less. I never went hungry. Like I never had that feeling of being hungry because you can eat as many fruits and vegetables as you like. So, so that was, it's just a great overall feeling.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. And so what's in this detox? So again, it's easy. It's only 2 steps, just 3 days. And you've got the probiotics in there to put the good live bacteria. And day 2, you do have to be near a bathroom, just so you know. Day 2, you're not running around, you're not working out. I have worked out on day 2, but my fitness instructor was doing the detox, so she knew if I had to run out to go to the bathroom, she knew why. So the herbal laxative, that's in there. Again, it's non-addictive, non-habit forming. It has natural herbs that gently cleanses to eliminate properly. And the garlic is just getting rid of all that bacteria. It's target delivered. It just gets to all those bacteria that shouldn't be there. And the Beta Guard is designed to pull toxins out of the body naturally, to pull those chemicals out. And that was developed by Dr. Arthur First, one of our scientists that was one of the top cancer researchers in the world. So this is the product that really helped me with my environmental allergies. And then you're putting in that good bacteria on the 4th day, and just continue on for 3 more days. And it's just, again, just putting in that good live bacteria. So this is what it kind of looks like. Day 1 and day 2, day 3, you're introducing protein, and you really crave that Neolife shake on day 3. And you really look forward to waking up to that product. And then I want to talk a little bit about yeast and candida, because this can really cause havoc to your digestive system, and it can cause serious autoimmune diseases and skin disorders and trouble sleeping and disrupt your hormones. And so yeast is, you need good, right? Good. Remember we talked about good bacteria, bad bacteria. So when this is out of whack, it can really cause trouble. And things that can disrupt this are alcohol, a lot of coffee consumption, chips, nachos, preservatives in your food, chlorine in your tap water. So you really want to make sure, you've got that candida in balance. And some of the symptoms, there's, oh my gosh, hundreds of symptoms that are linked to candida in overgrowth. It doesn't just have to be vaginal symptoms, okay? There's a lot of symptoms. There's a book out there called The Yeast Connection, where you can do a quiz. It'll rate how high the candida could be in your body. So what can you do? Well, you know what? It's a good idea to kill that bad bacteria and put the good bacteria back in again. So we do have a great 30-day cleanse. You literally take 10 garlic for 10 nights and 6 acidophilus for 6 garlic for 10 nights and 6 acidophilus for 30 days. And you kind of cut back on some of those foods that feed the candida and the yeast, like alcohol and soy sauce and dried fruits and nuts and anything canned, processed foods, anything high in sugar. You cut back as much as possible while you're doing that 30-day cleanse. And again, it's only the 10 days you do the garlic, but there has to be an odor of garlic in the stool after that 10 days. And if not, you just keep on going and increase the garlic. My brother-in-law did this cleanse. He did it twice. He had severe psoriasis, so bad on his legs that his skin was peeling and shedding. And he did the yeast cleanse and his skin cleared up and he just had a few little dry patches left. He did the cleanse again into the 2nd month and his candida completely under control. He no longer has any skin issues. So this yeast cleanse is pretty powerful. So when you're looking at health, so you do need to make sure you have your gut flora in check. You need to make sure your plumbing is working. You want to make sure there's weight management, physical activity, a healthy diet. These are the 3 keys to optimal health. And water. You want to make sure you're consuming plenty of water. Water helps to also eliminate toxins. And supplementation. I mean, when you're supplementing your diet, you want to make sure that the supplements work, that they're safe. And there's so many products out there that are unsafe, unstudied, where they found inactive ingredients that have been pulled off the shelf. So that's why I was a little kind of skeptical when I first looked at Neolife, but when I saw how long they've been around and I heard the stories, being around since 1958, they have a pharmaceutical license for manufacturing, established in over 50 countries, a pioneer in the industry, and the most respected scientific research team. that are involved in doing research and developing the product. They don't just endorse. A lot of companies endorse. Okay, they don't have a team of scientists that work with the company. And our scientific advisory board, Dr. Arthur First was a founding member. He put together the most brilliant minds, and we get to hear from these guys. Okay, you get to hear from them in January when we do our wellness rally. I was so grateful to have met them only a month after I started using the Neolife products. And they're real people, and they work with the company. And the studies have been published, third-party peer-reviewed medical journals. That's really important because companies can have the studies, do their own studies, but there needs to be third-party publications. And we stay within the human food chain, whole food, okay, non-GMO since 1958, all made from whole food. And that's why these products work. And our foundation product is our Vitality Pack. And Shelley talked about Sandra starting on some of the products. Well, these are some of the products she started on just to get her immune system stronger, get the inflammation down. This Pro Vitality Pack has key nutrients in there that we're not eating enough of to get our cells healthy. The grain oils, TRANN, these are oils that are removed from our food. Nobody has it. It's been around for 65 years. And this is what's helped me with my energy, hormonal balance. It was developed from a hospital research study to help with cell function and energy, adrenal support. When I started taking this product, my PMS was gone. I couldn't believe that I can function normally during that time of the month. Okay, many women are struggling with PMS, and this is just to help with that. TRANN grain concentrate, the oil from grain, wheat, rice, and soy. Again, this is one thing that Sandra was able to have, even though it's made from wheat, okay? Because they take the gluten out, it's not there, okay? So you're getting all these amazing nutrients that are critical, missing in the grain that we need to get our cells healthy. Every cell in your body is surrounded by that lipid layer. And this is a part of digestion, because if the cells are not absorbing nutrients and eliminating waste, guess what? You're not getting that nutrient utilization. TRANN will help your cells just work better, absorb the nutrients better. Then there's your fruits and veggies. So important to be eating up to 10 to 13 servings of dark colored fruits and vegetables every single day. Who does that? This product, carotenoids, was proven to boost your immune system 37% in just 20 days. It's like eating 80 pounds of raw fruits and vegetables in every box of that Vitality Pack. And then our omega-3 salmon oil, tested for 200 contaminants. It was proven to reduce inflammation 68% in just 8 weeks. So this is fabulous. Also, when you're looking at IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulitis, Crohn's, colitis, a lot of inflammation, okay? Whereas this also helps with digestive trouble. Reducing inflammation is really, really important as well. And there's a multivitamin. You have the multivitamin to this, and you've got an amazing multivitamin pack. All the benefits, okay? Not only do it help with your digestion, help in so many areas of your health. Now let's talk about breakfast, because sometimes breakfast can really set the stage to your digestive tract. I love my coffee. I've learned that clean coffee, organic coffee is better for me. Try it. I think you'll notice a difference, but sometimes drinking too much coffee isn't good. And doing a lot of carbohydrates and sugared cereals or bagels or toast is very hard on your digestive system as well, especially when you see what kids are consuming. They're not getting enough good quality protein in the morning. And this starts the stage for digestion. If our children are consuming sugar cereals in the morning, they are setting the stage to have poor digestion as they get into their teens and into their adulthood. So you got to make sure they're getting a good quality protein in the morning. It helps with blood sugar, energy, great way to start your day. This is our breakfast solution. So if you're looking just to start your day with something healthy, one Vitality Pack, one protein shake, get your blood sugar regulated. And this will also help to improve your digestion, because protein makes enzymes. Okay, so you can improve your gut even by starting with this amazing breakfast solution. And our protein is completely natural. It's 22 amino acids, tastes great, all your vitamins and minerals. It is a meal replacement for those of you that are looking for a meal replacement, nothing artificial. 90% lactose free, no GMO ingredients, and it just sets the stage for amazing, amazing health. And so that breakfast solution is a great place to start. If you have tummy issues, tummy trouble, you can look at some of the digestive products. You can start slow. It really depends on your need and what stage you're at, okay? Some people like to start in the breakfast solution and a probiotic, which is the acidophilus. So again, just turn to the person that invited you, and they can guide you in the direction that they feel best for you. And we've just know, just through experience and just sharing stories with people. And like I said, I've been helping people for 32 years, helping them with their digestion, and every person is different, okay? No person is the same, okay? So just wanted you to be aware of that. You're probably wondering, well, how do I get a hold of these amazing products? Well, it's free to become a member of our wellness club. As a customer, you can join for free. As soon as you join, you get a 15% discount. And when you go on what we call Neo Ship, you get wholesale price. So that Vitality Pack is a month supply. The breakfast solution is a month supply. When you have that set up to come every month, you get a wholesale price. And in 6 months, the company gives you back your shipping. Okay. Also, you can get your products for free by referring 3 people to one of those breakfast solutions or the health solutions. And we also have fitness challenges and weight loss challenges. So when you're looking at the health packs, the wellness solutions, health solutions, the breakfast solution is our best seller because that's your breakfast every morning. Make a shake, take your vitamin pack. Okay. The weight loss solution, you're doing 2 meals a day, 2 protein shakes a day, but you're still eating in between. And then we have a vegan option for those of you that are more plant-based, which tastes great. And it's a biologically complete vegan option as well. We have an amazing Facebook group where people share stories. There's over 10,000 members in this group. And today we had someone in Sarina's team share her story, Sarina Jennifer. And when you read her story, it really hits your heart. This lady has lived in pain for years. And in just a few months, she's had incredible turnaround in her health. And she posted her story in this group. This is where you can go back and see the powerful stories on how these incredible products have impacted people's lives. So we can invite you to that group and you can read some of these amazing stories that people share. And then there's one more option. 32 years ago, I was not looking to generate income part-time. Okay, I was not looking at getting involved in a business. I was busy. I was working long hours. I was exhausted, but I found that I could share. And as I started to share, I started to generate an incredible part-time income. So if you or someone you know really enjoys helping others and having an impact in people's lives, these products transform people's lives. I got so excited that I couldn't stop sharing. My family, my friends, my coworkers. I got to a point where I did not want to work anymore. I wanted to work from home. I wanted time freedom. I wanted to spend time and start a family. And I knew that this opportunity would work because the products worked and people were coming back and they were getting results. So if you're looking for something part-time or even full-time like myself, just ask the person who invited you and we can help you understand how this incredible opportunity can really transform your life financially as well. And there's another group on Facebook called The Ideal Business where you can hear amazing stories on how financially this business can really affect you and help you in every step of the way, whether it be making $500 a month, $1,000 or more. It's completely up to you. So whether you've joined us just to look at the product and become a member for free and help to improve your digestion in your gut or get those bowels moving, we welcome you. If you're curious about that part-time income that possibly can lead to full-time, just ask and we can help you every step of the way. If you want to learn more, every Thursday we do a different topic. If you want to learn more about the company and the business, we have Discover Mores, where you can jump on and learn more about who we are as a company and what we do. Okay, so I'm going to be pausing or stopping the presentation. I'll stop the recording and open up to any questions that you may have. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I hope you learned something this evening. Thank you again, guys. And thanks for all your stories.